Todd, tough fourth series. 16 goals against in the last 3 games. Is that what the difference was in the series?
Well, you can look at the 16 against, but we scored a lot of goals ourselves too. So the difference was 1 goal a night, other than Game 5. They're all 1-goal games, and we ended up on the wrong end of it. But our identity and our structure that we hung our hat on, it didn't shine through in the last couple of games, and it needed to. You get 2 power play goals and a shorthanded goal against a team like that, you should probably come away with the win, and we didn't.
Coming back from multiple goal deficits throughout the series, is that something that you hang your hat on as you head into the summer?
Well, we can, definitely, it's a great sign that the team, the organization has that resilience and that fight in them. And you take solace in that a little bit, but you also got to look on the other side of the coin. You can't put yourself in that situation. So our team, our organization's done a really good job of getting to this point. We have some steps to take now and some lessons to learn. This team that we played 2 years in a row isn't going anywhere. They're going to stay in our conference, our division. And for us to move forward, to get to where we want to go, we're probably going to have to play them again and again and again. And we're going to have to find ways to beat them. So another good lesson, I think we've closed the gap. I really do. I think we were better this year than we were last year. We should be. We have more experience. I think we're a better team. We added some pieces that made us better. Our power play improved. But it's still not good enough. So we've got to, everybody, from the coaching staff through the players, the organization has to take full accounting of their areas and look at what we can do better and how we can push. And I also think Edmonton did the same thing. They're a better team this year than they were last year. But that's what good teams do. They keep moving forward. So I don't think we should hang our heads. I think we should reflect and build.
You mentioned the shorthanded goal and the 2 power play goals. You guys are such a strong defensive team. What frustrated you defensively tonight?
Well, it's rare that we give up, 4 even strength goals. It's rare that we do that as a team, and to do it in a game that meant as much, in the situations that arose. Their first goal, they score off the face-off play. It's a little bit later, and we're prepared for that play. The 2-on-2, our gap is horrendous. But that also tells me the opposition's prepared to take advantage of mistakes. And when we made them, they capitalized. And that's an area that we have to continue to work on. That's who we are. We're a good defensive team. We're committed to it, but we didn't get the job done.
Todd, obviously the PK was the big problem area in this series, but outside of that, where do you think this team failed to execute that kind of swung the series in Edmonton's way if there was another area?
Well, we talk about the penalty kill and the power play, but when it was all said and done, we had 3 games of 2 power play goals ourselves. And that wasn't enough to get us 2 wins. Yes, their power play is extremely dangerous, and it's going to continue to be that way. The players they have and the experience they have that they roll out, they're going to beat teams consistently. If you can build in maybe 1 a night, you're okay, but 2 a night's not good enough. So we have to improve in that area. So there's, like I said, there's some coaching things, there's some structure things, there's systematic things that we all can improve on. There's construction of different lines, but we're in the infancy stage. Remember, 4 years ago we were tearing this thing down. 4 years ago, a lot of these teams were making runs, and we're the youthful team in the playoffs that has to learn lessons. And the quicker we can learn them and adjust, the better off we're going to be moving forward.
After Game 7 last year, you talked about how the group needed to be ready for what was to come the following year. Now that they've gone through this thing twice, how does that process change a little bit going from this year into next year?
Sean Walker was the only player that didn't have playoff experience, and that was due to injury. So now, last year, you don't necessarily ever get a free pass, but you get to experience it. we have players, obviously, that we're disappointed in, that had better playoff series last year than they did this year. And that could be young and old. We have to look at why and how, and decide whether those individuals are going to be able to adjust to play at this time of the year. But that's what good teams do. That's what good organizations do. They evaluate everything. Coaches need to be evaluated. The players need to, and we'll do that as an organization, and we'll come out at the back end better.
Todd, I know there's probably praise that you want to give around, but when you look at the body of work over 6 games, what 1 or 2 players on your club stand out the most to you in terms of their performance?
Well, it was a roller coaster, really. Like, I could give you different names every night, and that's probably why we didn't win. Is that as guys took it up, they kind of fell off a little bit. But I think when you look at Adrian Kempe, where he's come from and what he's doing now, he can play in any type of game. You don't want to be big, heavy, physical, fast, skill. He's an all-around player that can play in any type of series. So for me, he had an impact. I thought Alex Iafallo played a real good series on both sides of the puck. And then there's some others at the back end, but I'm not sharing that with you guys. I got to talk to them. Good. Thank you.